So what I like is I like Lama Tsongkhapa style. Why do I like Lama Tsongkhapa style? Because Lama Tsongkhapa is fully enlightened. And this is not some fanatical praise of a founder, but there are many things in his writings, and there are many things in his practice, and there are many things that he has explained that tells you the level of his mind. And many of the texts that people use today are based on Lama Tsongkhapa's writing, or Lama Tsongkhapa's disciple teachings or initiations that they practice today. Example, His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama travels extensively and so kindly gives the Kala Chakra initiation to so many. Well, the Kala Chakra initiation came originally from Buddha, but the commentary on the text and how to do the practice and all that, the commentary came from Khedru Rinpoche. Khedru Rinpoche is a direct disciple of Lama Tsongkhapa, as you know, the fierce disciple on this side. He wrote, Khedru Rinpoche wrote, many lamas wrote, but Khedru Rinpoche used a great source, and he wrote the commentary on how to do the meditations even more extensively. So Buddha's is the root text, his is the commentary, and His Holiness the Dalai Lama uses that text today. So just think that's one of Lama Tsongkhapa's disciples. If the student is so great, imagine the teacher. So His Holiness the Dalai Lama uses Khedru Rinpoche's text to convert the Kala Chakra teachings on this planet. And my point is this, is that I like Lama Tsongkhapa's style. Why? I feel when I'm practicing Lama Tsongkhapa's lineage, I'm practicing all the lineages together. And the reason is because it is all the lineages combined together. It is. Lama Tsongkhapa is the new kid on the block. And he kind of combined everything that was on the block. He went into everybody's houses on that block and extracted the best and came and built a new house to say here. So that's why for Gelugpas, it's very, very important to appreciate the other lineages very much. Appreciate doesn't mean we run there and we get initiations and teachings because everything we have is here. But appreciate means to understand that our lineage comes from them. If we do any of our sadhanas, such as Hiruka or Yamataka or Vajrayana, when we recite the praises to our lineage groups, the lineage groups all come from 3 other lineages. All. So that's very, very important. That's one. The second thing is, Lama Tsongkhapa style I like also is because today if you show a miracle or you show some miraculous things, it's always questioned. It's always scrutinized. And so Lama Tsongkhapa's teaching fit today because Lama Tsongkhapa showed miraculous powers, but very rarely. What he liked to show was logic, understanding, and he liked to extract from the teachings directly from Buddha or one of his sons, like Nagarjuna or Chandrakirti or Dignaga or Ashpadosha or Aryadeva. He likes to quote from one of those great teachers to give weight to what he was talking about. Why is that? Because when Lama Tsongkhapa did that, he knows in the future there's going to be people like me and us who don't have attainments, who can't speak to Manjushri directly, who can't communicate with the high lamas directly. So we're going to have to base our practice on actual, authentic lineage texts, commentaries, root texts. We have to base it on that. If Lama Tsongkhapa was always sit here pulling things out of the air, like, oh, I got this from the earth, I got this from the sky, this Dakini gave me this Yidam gave me this, and he wrote everything down based on that. Well, that's wonderful that he can do that, but we can't. So he set an example for people in the future like us, where the merit becomes less, the distractions become more, and for us to communicate with someone like Manjushri is pretty difficult at this time. So therefore, if we were to do like him, always quote directly from Manjushri or talk directly from Manjushri, it's not possible. So the teachings would die. What Lama Tsongkhapa did was quote from Buddha or quote from one of Buddha's incredible Pandita sons, one of these great Pandits and masters. So what happens with that is, that was great because we can emulate Lama Tsongkhapa and do that now. We can emulate that. Hence, Ganden Monastery is so strong. Tashi Lumbu Monastery is so incredibly large. Drepung was the biggest monastery in all of Tibet, in fact the world, 10,000 monks. Resident monks, not monks abroad, resident. And Sera Monastery had over 8,000. They had Labram Chashikyu in Amdo at 4,000. These are all monasteries. Sera, Drepung, Yude, Gyume, Chashilumbo, Amdo Chashikyu were all founded by Lama Tsongkhapa's students. Some were directly instructed by Lama Tsongkhapa, some were indirectly. All Lama Tsongkhapa. Lama Tsongkhapa found Ganden Monastery. So my point is, all the other monasteries that were founded by his students had even more residents than Lama Tsongkhapa's own monastery. Ganden, out of all, had the least, which was about 4,000, 4,005. And what does that mean? Incredible. Because the sons of Lama Tsongkhapa did even more and more and more. So in Tibet, the largest monasteries, the largest, I mean, there's no question, there's not a praise, there are statistics that you can look up. The largest were all of Lama Tsongkhapa's monasteries, or his disciples' monasteries. And when you have in Amdo district, where Lama Tsongkhapa and Dalai Lama was born, they have Jashi here, 4,000 monks. You can become a Geshe there, Padam Geshe. And you have in Tsem, or Utsang Central Province, you have His Holiness Panchen Lama's Dashi Lumpo, which was discovered by the Dalai Lama and offered to Panchen Lama and his big predecessors. And you have Ganden, discovered by Lama Tsongkhapa. You have Drepung, you have Sarah. Then you have the upper and lower temple colleges of Gyuduk and Gyune. And what I'm saying is these monasteries house thousands and thousands of monks. Together, it'd be over 30,000 monks. 30,000. This is not including the small chapels, the wayside monasteries. Some monasteries of Lama Tsongkhapa's disciples had 400 or 500 monks. You don't even count that. So that was the biggest and strongest. Why? Because Lama Tsongkhapa's system of study and understanding was very systematic. It was very fair. It was very, very fair and systematic. And so anybody can join the monastery, anyone can study, anyone become a scholar, and then when they apply their knowledge, anyone become a great master or a great realized being. And so it was very democratic and equal opportunity. That's why Lama Tsongkhapa's tradition grew very, very strong in Tibet. Very, very big. And today, Lama Tsongkhapa's monasteries and centers number thousands in the world, run by mighty Tugals, great masters, run by great Geshis, run by great reincarnations, run by great, incredible Mahasiddhas all over the world, all over. So my point is why is that appealing in the world? Because today, everybody is much more educated in Tibet. Because of that, this system will grow very big. It's democratic and fair. All of you are here for what? We're not here to do some chanting and do some rituals and ring some bells and go home and say, hey, guess what? We make communion with Manjushri, that's it. We're here to actually learn something. So my point is, I'm explaining all of that to you to have some appreciation of our lineage and what we're doing and our system and our center. And that's very, very important.